We've all seen them thundering down the highway. Engines so loud they set off every car alarm in their path. In the seedy and dangerous world of outlaw motorcycle gangs, their machines are more important than their women.
You're better off trying to grab my wife's ass than trying to grab my bike, honestly.
And loyalty means they'll do anything, even die, for the gang.
Get me out of here. Real good ass whipping or maybe 2 bullets in the head.
Hello, I'm Bill Curtis. They've long been considered the terror of the highways, tough, loud, and mean. It's never seemed like a good idea to get into a fight with someone in a motorcycle gang. In this edition of Inside Story, a first-hand look at what life is like inside their violent and secretive world, as we take a trip with members of the Ching-A-Lings. They're the last of a dying breed, road warriors who respect no law other than their own. The menacing behavior, the loud pipes, and the freedom that comes with riding the heart. These images, forever ingrained in America's consciousness, create the icon that is the outlaw biker.
Nothing else matters, man, except the brotherhood and family and your bike. That's it.
The South Bronx, one of New York City's roughest neighborhoods. And since the mid-60s, home to an outlaw motorcycle gang who call themselves the Ching-A-Lings.
Ching-A means f the world. Que chinga in Spanish. Chinga, you know, f. Then ling, world, f the world. That's why you see on our patches it goes FTW, you know, because like we say, yo, we f the world, yo, everything in it.
The Ching-A-Lings, originally from Puerto Rico, started this New York City chapter in 1963. At its peak, their numbers swelled with dozens of members, but due to the scourge of heroin in the 70s and gun violence in the 80s, today's membership is somewhere around 30. One thing that hasn't changed over the decades is their threatening attitude.
We'll party with anybody, anything, till they up. Then they see the other side.
You come in as a man, you get treated like a man. You come in stupid, you get treated stupid. It depends on how you are.
Yeah.
A lot of times people get the alcohol in their system, they forget things are going around them, they get a little stupid, they start talking out of their ass. At that point, sometimes they get regulated.
What getting regulated means, they would not say. What we do know is that through the years, individual members have been involved with drugs, rape, and attempted murder. In order to protect themselves and the gang from the constant presence of the police, not one Ching-A-Ling would even reveal his real name.
Why don't you show your face today?
Why? Because the Justice Department is looking for me.
I'll get my real name out. You put your luck there.
You know what my name is? See that? This says outlaw. That's not only who I am, that's what I am. That's what I'll only and always be. Outlaw. Ching-A-Ling.
Being an outlaw means living by a different set of rules. Part of this code includes seeking their own kind of justice.
I'd do it again right now if he was standing right there. Boop, 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 boop.
They identify themselves with symbols of hate, swastikas, bloody daggers. But different than groups like neo-Nazis, the Ching-A-Lings are mostly Latino and claim not to be racist. They use these emblems as symbols of reproach. The SS tattoo is a badge worn on the neck and is earned by what the Ching-A-Lings call taking care of business.
That I won't get into. No, you didn't get into that.
We'll just leave it there.
What we learned is that taking care of business means doing whatever is necessary for the gang. Anything from intimidation to extreme brutality.
It's a discipline stick. So fucking guys get stupid, we fucking bust them up with it.
So what does it mean to be a Ching-A-Ling? Some say it's a religion, a brotherhood, a family.
The religion we got is a Ching-A-Ling religion. That's the only religion we have. Ride our bikes, party, hang out. This is like a family thing.
You know, feelings run deep here. It's just like blood. So the oil from our bike is our blood, so yeah.
In order to become a Ching-A-Ling, a newcomer or prospect has to earn his patches or colors by, as they put it, backing up his brothers and doing what's right for the club. This process of initiation, cloaked in secrecy, takes years and results with the member receiving his heart patch.
Heart patch, life patch, everything in it. That's what we believe in, you know. We carry it with us all the way to the grave.
And 5 years after the heart patch comes the forever patch.
That's the final patch. If you leave the club, you gotta take it off. You gotta erase it before you leave.
Yeah,
Or we take it off your skin.
Or we carve it out.
With that swastika, the iron cross, the world, the daggers, bottom and top rockers, you know, what it all means to me is being, you know what I'm saying, what I am and what we all are, outlaws.
Peter has been in and out of gangs since he was a kid and found his way to the Ching-A-Lings about 4 years ago. Peter took us with him as he got the latest round of work done on his growing number of tattoos.
Tattoos is like a freaking addiction. It's worse than drugs. Once you start, you never stop.
The tattoo artist Frankie is working on Peter for free in exchange for a favor. Peter helped Frankie out of a jam with some off-duty police officers who were harassing him. Exchanging protection for goods and services is typical of how the Ching-A-Lings get what they need. Tattooing and piercing go hand in hand with the biker lifestyle. Although not all tattoos are symbolic, some do have meaning. A 1% tattoo represents that extreme biker who's dedicated to his machine and is paralleled only by his dedication to the gang.
A 1%er is what you know, an outlaw hardcore biker. It's when the only people come first and that's all that matters.
I put my whole life on the line, I put my whole everything on the line for my brothers. That's why it has the saying, win it all or lose everything. I give it all for my brothers or I lose everything for my brothers. They're there for me, I'm there for them.
Junie, at 24, is the youngest member of the Ching-A-Lings and is working his way up the club's military-like ranks.
I love this kid. I should be ashamed why. I'm an officer. I don't gotta do this no more. Junie's a junior officer. He comes up for review around Christmas time, and we see if he's ready for his heart patch. The way things look, he'll be ready.
Junie considers Peter to be his outlaw father, and the Ching-A-Lings his real family.
I have a family, I have a wife and kid also, but this is my main family here. You know, my son, and then comes them. Wife, don't really matter. Girls come and go every day.
I gotta go, Papi, I gotta go.
Saturday night, inside the Ching-A-Ling hideaway. As they do on most Saturday nights, the gang has brought in a stripper for pleasure as well as profit. Invited are members of other biker gangs, as well as friends from the neighborhood. Charging for admission and providing alcohol at these parties is one way the club raises money. But the Ching-A-Lings continuously tried to shield us from the array of illegal activities that help keep the club afloat.
Hey, yo, you're not filming us, right?
Nearly everyone avoided talk of drug dealing.
60s and 70s, we lived on that. Everybody has, you know, as far as surviving the street, dealing drugs, everything. Now most of us work.
I take care of some club business.
That business is what they call security work.
You know, we do our little things out here, you know, security and all that. We try not to use excessive force. But, you know, I mean, our off time, we can have a little fun. We ain't no saints here, you know?
Some Ching-A-Lings do have legitimate part-time jobs. Peter is a part-time electrician who installs alarms. Several work construction. One is a bouncer at a topless bar. The Brotherhood, their bikes and women. In the hierarchical world of the Ching-A-Lings, most women are disposable. But to those referred to as the Ching-A-Ling sisters, nothing the brothers do comes as a surprise.
That's all part of being an outlaw. It doesn't bother me. When Johnny was here, I would give the girl $1 and tease him and go, you know, bother him. And she would shake her bosom in front of his face. That doesn't bother me because I'm secure. I'm secure in my own womanhood. So therefore, another woman doesn't frighten me.
For the Ching-A-Ling sisters, status is limited. And the only way to earn your colors is by being an old lady to a brother.
I'm the rabbit's wife, and I'm a patch holder. But I'm a Ching-A-Ling all the way. Ching-A-Ling, property of Crazy Rabbit. That's my husband. I'm his property. This is a family. Something happened to you, happened to all of us. They're not there just because they Ching-A-Ling, they bikers. No, we are family.
Mate. Hey, come here, Papi. Come here.
Junie has just stopped by his Brooklyn apartment for a quick visit with his wife and young son.
Hey. Daddy kiss? Kiss.
Junie recently left his wife and son for another woman, or two.
Hey. Daddy kiss? Kiss.
Actually, Junie's vague as to how many girlfriends, or chias, as they are called, he really has. This type of behavior is common among the Ching-A-Ling brothers.
Bye.
Go. Bye, Bobby. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Come on, Precious.
Well, right now we're going over to second house here in the Bronx. First house you saw was in Brooklyn. This will be my second home. Home away from home. I'll show you my third home later on.
This is what you call these people called chias, second girlfriend or whatever. I like to go by the Bible. I like to have 7 girlfriends, but it's not gonna happen yet. They say there's 7 women for every man. I got 2 so far. You can't always get one woman that does everything for you. You always have trouble. There's always a woman that maybe she's not good at cooking or she's not good at cleaning clothes or something. Not all 2 girls are the same. There's ones that cook and clean and everything else sucks. There's some that have good sex and everything else, and the food sucks. No. You gotta try to get here, a good piece here, good piece there, good piece there, good piece there. And you put them all together, you get 7 girlfriends somehow.
Marlene is Junie's latest conquest. She says in the weeks she's known Junie, he's changed her life for the better.
I mean, I'm here to help her. I changed her life. I don't know how I changed it, but it did, right?
You did.
Okay, so.
You know how you changed it.
I know. I know you know that I know.
Not
That
so
you
much
know
the
yourself and
depression.
deep inside that I know that you know inside.
Not so
you
much
changed.
the depression. Judy's been my boyfriend for a month and 2 weeks. I don't know. I really don't know nothing about you. It's weird.
It's weird?
Yeah.
Why is it weird? I mean, if you don't know...
Because I live with him and I don't hardly know nothing really about him. But he's good. He's a good person to me.
Judy!
The sun is going away, huh?
As it has been since the Ching-A-Lings were founded, the men hold all the power. But it's the women who are expected to carry the financial load.
You're with a Ching-A-Ling, you gotta earn your way. You gotta do the right thing. You gotta work, you gotta go to school, you gotta get ahead, not behind.
For Pepper, a Ching-A-Ling sister since 1963, getting ahead means working as a critical care nurse at a Brooklyn hospital. After working the night shift, Pepper starts her long commute back to the Bronx.
I always liked being a nurse. I knew always what I wanted to be since I was a child. I love helping people, no matter who they are. And I love being a biker. That's me. That's my personal life.
Females can never be members of the gang. They are referred to as Ching-A-Ling things. Pepper, who came to the Ching-A-Lings by being an old lady to one of the brothers, is devoted to the club.
You got a property patch and colors if you're an old lady. Back in the years, I was the first Ching-A-Ling property patch holder. But then I also had my other colors that I earned by doing things for the club, just being a righteous sister to the brothers. That's why I'm always welcome back here with my brothers. It's a very boring trip home. When I got married, I brought the guy that was going to be my husband to meet my brothers. And they gave the okay, and then I got married. I'm home. And as you can see, one of my brothers over there already. So that's why I'm not scared to go anywhere by myself, because I always know somebody's out watching for me.
Pepper's role within the Ching-A-Lings is clearly defined. She is the outlaw mother to the Ching-A-Ling sisters. Gina is one of the youngest Ching-A-Ling women.
Well, with us that we're young and we're just starting here, they teach us, how to carry ourselves, how to handle ourselves.
I'm her outlaw mother, so it's my job to teach her the rules of behavior that's acceptable in the club. So that way, if we go to a party where there's another club, we don't get into trouble because she knows how to behave well.
If you go acting crazy, well, then yeah, there's gonna be somebody that's gonna disrespect you. But if you act like a woman that you are and, you're just having fun, there's a lot of respect.
Along with that respect comes a feeling of belonging and family. But it's no mystery to the brothers what initially attracted these women to the Ching-A-Lings. It's the bike.
No, but it's true. The bike attracts girls all the time. We got so many around, we give them away. Can't keep all the girls. Give them all away.
Yeah, sounds familiar, huh?
I can't ride but maybe five on a bike before a cop stops me.
This is a Peter. This is Lady Bianca's dinner. Peter gets leftovers.
As the wife of a Ching-A-Ling officer, it seems that Peggy would be expected to be as subservient as the next Ching-A-Ling woman, but clearly she is not.
I'm your wife, and there's a relationship here of respect and compromise. It's not about Peter does this and yeah, he bullies and everybody and this and this, because it's not that way. Don't let him fool you.
Peter, Peggy, and their 7-year-old daughter Bianca share a home in Brooklyn with Peter's parents. The night we joined them, Peggy's role as a biker wife wasn't the only thing being debated. Peter's mother had something to say when asked if Bianca's future included involvement with the Ching-A-Lings.
No, she will not be involved with Ching-A-Lings. She will not be involved with gang members. We don't even think about that or discuss it.
That's not an option.
It's not an
Hold on. Come on. This is already going to
Okay, would you like your daughter being out there and not knowing who she's with, and perhaps he's a dangerous guy or not, and perhaps he's married or not, and perhaps he's, a drug user or not? Who wants to think about these things?
Don't date a biker. Don't date a yuppie. Don't date a hoodie.
It's not
Just don't date. Mommy, if you'll be realistic, if she was old enough, if she was 18 to 21 years old, she wanted to date a biker, that's her freedom of choice.
She will make the choices that she makes for her life, according to how she was morally brought up.
Although Peter's wife and mother disagree with him about Bianca's future, they still see him as a devoted family man.
He's a family guy first. He's a father first. He's a husband first, you know. And then what he does on his spare time and what he does in his extracurricular activities, it's on him.
This is the bottom line, realistic truth about everything. If you cannot take care of your family, your wife and your child, if you cannot support them and supply them, what are you going to do for your club?
Peter is very tough in so many ways, but Peter has a very gentle, sensitive heart.
That portrayal of Peter as a gentle family man directly threatens his reputation as a hardcore biker.
How am I going to be running to places and extorting money out of people's places now? You're going to look at me like some home guy. Let's be realistic. I hit people, I yell at people, that's the bottom line. This fake, he don't do this, he don't, that's all. We got a trick-or-treat bag, I gotta use this bag for now, okay? We get a chance to get a bag.
Over the weeks we spent with the Ching-A-Lings, we learned that some of the members play the traditional family role, in addition to their role as brother to their fellow gang members.
We're gonna get a lot of candy on this block.
The idea of family means everything to the Ching-A-Lings. According to Peter, the only thing that rivals his devotion to the gang is his affection for his daughter.
Yeah, biker kids. Bianca! You go in the house, chess, Sega, PlayStation, she got everything in the fucking world. Stay home, I stay home from work sometimes. I buy a new game just to play with her. And she say, Daddy, I don't want to go to school today. Daddy, I want to stay home and play games, please, please. If I don't spoil her, who's gonna spoil her, you know? No one. Bianca!
Peter allowed us to tag along as he took his daughter trick-or-treating on Halloween.
She's on a little fresh stage now. She's like trying to get out of control and trying to push her boundaries. Bianca! Stop. Watch now. I'm gonna give you a fine example of what happens when I go try to scare her. I get a little bass in my voice. Watch how she changes the attitude completely. She just shake up and start to cry. You'll see coming up now, watch. Is that your cat? No. Bad as you being? Listen, number one, no more running around the block. That has got to stop. Do you hear me?
Yes.
You're acting fresh. Are you going to stop acting fresh now?
Yes.
Put the cat down. This is not your cat. This is somebody's cat, Bianca. Bianca, somebody's cat, okay? No more acting fresh, okay? Come on.
I want to use the cat.
What are you going to do with that cat? You got a dog, a cat, you got snails? What else?
But as they wind their way through the block, Bianca becomes upset and starts acting out.
Stop!
Who are you looking at?
In the raw, biker attitude. Bite the camera, bite the camera. Stop, Bianca.
Leave me alone.
Okay. Bianca. Get to the house.
My punk.
Hey, you don't say that.
And the discipline comes quickly.
You don't say that. We're playing games and you don't say that. Enough now. To the house. Excuse me. Get in the house. Here. Let's just go in the house. Here, go. In. Go to your room. Go to the room. What? I'm not playing, Lady Bianca. Go to your room now. What? Cut it out now.
As day falls into night, Peter's mood changes as he helps rally the troops for the Halloween night festivities.
Well, today's Halloween. See, I got my little witch earring.
Okay, we're gonna go to the Brooklyn, to Williamsburg, Brooklyn, and see the Unknown Bikers, which is another outlaw hardcore 1%er club. Right now, we got a few brothers coming from New Rochelle, Westchester County, upstate, Brooklyn, Jersey. We're gonna have a nice run tonight, real nice run. Yo, we're gonna have a good party down here, bro. We're gonna send this down there, yo. We're gonna go down there and represent this club real good, bro.
A surprise visitor arrives on the scene. Joey, a longtime brother, has been doing time upstate and got released just in time for the rowdy Halloween party.
I've been locked up for 6 months. They put me in Ulster County jail. My bike sat down for about 6 months. So, I just got it all cleaned up today. state troopers up there. We got into some shit, man. They wanted to fingerprint me. I was like kind of like fucking pissed off. So I threw one of them, you know, over the table, and one thing got to another, and they threw mace on me, and we was just getting it on, you know?
After the rundown from the Bronx, the Ching-A-Lings arrive at the unknown bikers clubhouse and find the party already in full swing. It's a myth that all biker gangs are rivals. On this night, the bikers come to represent and show their colors.
Chico, unknown. Brother here from the Ching-A-Lings here. Welcome. How you doing? Happy Halloween!
Inside the party, the scene's wild, and anything goes. Peter's been waiting for his wife to join him, but she's running late. He spots a group of people walking into another party across the street and decides to crash.
Where's the party at here? Top? You something else. Oh, he's your man. I'm a man. And he's a female. If we was in jail, boy, we'd have to talk. Holy shit.
This party's a bit more upscale than the biker bash across the street. Peter wastes no time getting to the bar to take advantage of the free alcohol provided by these complete strangers. A man approaches Peter and makes the mistake of assuming he's an invited guest. For some reason, this rubs Peter the wrong way. Peter is asked to leave, and only does so because he happens to know the bouncer. Back outside, Peter's wife, Peggy, finally arrives.
Oh, this is my infamous Peggy Rosa.
Peggy Rosa. In the flesh. And in the peacock feathers.
Bikers get all the pretty
Inside
girls.
joke.
See? Bikers get all the sexy girls.
And all the sexy girls are bikers.
Peter and Peggy go into the unknown bikers party and end up staying well into the night. Bandit is one of the club's oldest members. His rank? Sergeant of Arms. What exactly that entails, he would never divulge.
I am the Army.
Bandit has officially been a Ching-A-Ling for more than 13 years, although he's been hanging around the gang for most of his life.
But we evolved for different gangs. We all fought each other at one time or another. And I'm talking about whips, chains, bats, knives, guns in the street. And we all here.
As a young man, Bandit was in and out of prison several times. A biker he met along the way, Sam, also known as Stinky, introduced him to the Ching-A-Ling way of life.
My brother Stinky, rest in peace. He got me out. He got me riding.
And riding hard is the rule for most Ching-A-Lings.
Some brothers, they love the speed and they end up paying for it. They're saying ride hard, die fast, but you take it as it comes, you push your bike to a limit, whatever. I like to cruise. I like to get stoned and cruise. We're still crazy. We don't go riding on sidewalks like we used to, or riding into stores. Can't do that anymore. It's too expensive now.
Over the years, Bandit's seen the club go through a lot of changes. He's seen many brothers come and go. Some couldn't cut it. Others went to jail or to their graves.
We're like a tribe, and we're trying to keep our tribe alive for years. Brothers in jail, when they come out 15 years from now, 10 years from now, the guys that have been doing 25 life and might get out later on, this will still be here. This is their house.
To the members of the New York City biker gang known as the Ching-A-Lings, perhaps there is nothing more important than a ride to a local cemetery. This annual event is called Sam's Run. Sam, also known as Stinky, was killed in a 1990 shootout.
Sam took a lot out of me when he died, man. Stinky. He's up there, he's hearing me, he still rides right next to me, man.
A funeral run is the most sacred event for which all the Ching-A-Ling brothers rally. It's a time for them to honor their dead brothers by visiting their graves.
Just respecting them and letting them know we're there and it's still going, the tribe's still alive. It wasn't that they died for nothing, you know what I mean? It means that that it was all worth the life they lived.
Celebrating that life represents everything that the Ching-A-Lings stand for: family, freedom, and honor. This annual tradition is so important, everyone must attend, no matter what condition their bike is in.
We make it every year, whether you're up or not, you're going to visit that brother. And that's the respect and love that we have for each other.
For some of the younger members of the gang who didn't know Sam when he was alive, the funeral run serves as a lesson in what it means to be a Ching-A-Ling.
It'll teach them honor and respect on brothers lost. So I pass it down to the next guys, and new guys coming in, they'll respect that and know that it's all worth it because nobody else is going to do that for you out here. Nobody.
The idea of the funeral run is to celebrate dead brothers' lives the way they lived them. Party the way they partied.
He changed my life. You know, he affected my life heavily. You know, spirits keep alive as long as we keep them alive.
In Sam's case, that means pouring beer and sprinkling cocaine on his headstone.
Every time we drink, we pour out. That's the little bit we could afford to pour out for them.
Then, a motorcycle built from the remains of Sam's old bike is started on his grave, so that he might hear it rev one more time.
I have his engine, his brother passed away. His engine's kept alive, his spirit is kept alive with us.
Once the partying dies down, Bandit, one of Sam's closest friends, is left alone to remember his fallen brother.
Out of everybody here, he was the last one we would expect to die that soon, you know. I expected myself to die before.
After a couple of hours paying their respects to Sam, the Ching-A-Lings head back to the clubhouse. So many Ching-A-Lings have died over the course of the club's 35 years. They've erected a memorial wall across the street from the clubhouse. Eddie, one of the founding fathers of the Ching-A-Lings, explains the fate of some of his most honored brothers.
That's Red. Red got killed in the highway in Jersey by a state trooper. State trooper one day pulled him over, handcuffed him to the fence, and blew his brains out. Then we got Pedro. Pedro died of an overdose of shit that he was with at one time. When he died, his motorcycle came to me. He was a good guy too. Beautiful guy. This is the brother we're celebrating now for. This is Tito Indio. It's Tito's birthday. Today we celebrate for him. But he's a good brother. He's my man.
All funeral runs conclude with a memorial dinner. On this chilly autumn evening, bikers pour into the Bronx to honor another brother who died violently. Tito Indio was killed in a motorcycle accident.
Tito died, actually, he ran head-on with a bus. Just caught him off guard. Impact to the heart, stopped him right there. Just killed him instantly. Usually we go to the grave sites and we make a grave run, a memorial run. Because since he was born in Puerto Rico and he was buried over there, we'll have a dinner in his name and we'll honor everything we do in his name today. It's a sacred day.
You broke the gun.
As the final preparations for the dinner are being completed, the Ching-A-Ling brothers and sisters come together to celebrate the life of Tito Indio.
No, you smell from there.
A plate of food is placed underneath a makeshift shrine, decorated with fresh-cut flowers and a memorial candle, a way for Tito Indio to spiritually join with the festivities.
Any brother that's not here, there'll be a plate served for them, regardless, you know. Other people look at that as a waste of food. Other people look at that as stupid. We take that very seriously.
After the meal, the men adjourn to the front room of the clubhouse for the bizarre culmination of the memorial dinner. One after another, they pay their respects to Tito Indio in the way they think he'd want to be remembered. Indio spits beer.
Oh, what you want? Oh, no, yeah.
That's how you give it to the dead.
Then rum all over Tito Indio's picture.
Get ready for that guy.
Eddie shares a marijuana cigarette with his fallen friend. And Bandit, who's seen so many brothers come and go, performs his rituals to honor Tito Indio.
I took some beer, gave him some. I gave him some liquor, because he was a heavy drinker, and I blew him some cocaine.
Tito Indio, emocional for something wrong.
After the rituals, the partying goes on well into the night. The Ching-A-Ling culture is steeped heavily in the traditions of the past. Brothers spend a great deal of their time looking back to the good old days, even as they prepare for the future.
Anybody that's coming in is our future. And I ain't letting this tribe die, and none of us are. You know, we're going to encourage the next generation so it keeps going. Our bloodline keeps going, no matter what. We cherish the Ching-A-Ling.
Throughout the last 3 decades in the South Bronx, there is one thing that has remained constant: the outlaw presence of a motorcycle gang called the Ching-A-Lings. Within the neighborhood, they are infamous. To the police, they've always been thugs.
They arrested all the Ching-A-Lings, little kids, the wives, the girlfriends, all for trespassing on city property, for drugs, for weapons. It gave them a lot of credibility, the Ching-A-Lings. They were then big people.
The notoriety that came in the 60s gives way to the more cautious 90s.
You have different eras. You got different eras of Ching-A-Lings too. In the 70s was a big thing with the Ching-A-Lings. There was a lot of members in the 70s, a real lot of members. But then in the 70s, heroin was a big thing also. And heroin is something that is totally taboo. I mean, you mess with heroin, you're out, and we'll try to help you, but if you can't be helped, then it gets serious. We take it serious to that. That's not a joking, not a thing of, heroin is taboo. And that drug basically destroyed a lot in my club, being that it's a poor Hispanic community where drugs is like growing up. And that had a big part of destroying my club.
The Ching-A-Lings have seen a need to evolve.
Everybody changes with the times. You have to change with the times. Anybody that tells you they don't, is lying. And I guess we do it for survival and for, to better ourselves.
The 80s era was when the club had a lot of killers in it. The club had a lot of serious, hardcore, shoot them in the head killers. The club had members that would put cops on the ground, take with their own guns and stuff like that.
The desire to better themselves has brought the 90s Ching-A-Lings to the annual Toys for Tots charity run in Queens, where they display their own brand of goodwill.
This is a run for Toys for Tots. Every year, all the guys all around the world come. They ride and give toys to show people that we care and we donate to charity. What's this? Hey, yeah, my man.
After the toy run, the Ching-A-Lings are off again to party with their fellow bikers and to revel in the freedom of the biker lifestyle.
Years ago, people wanted to kill us. Now everybody wants to be us.
There's nothing better in the world than to just get the breeze in your face and just go, explore the world.
Everybody who has nothing all of a sudden becomes somebody if you're a child. That's real important when you think about when you were a kid. You always wanted to be in some group. You always wanted to be somebody. Hey, if you're in the Bronx on 180th, you want to be a Ching-A-Ling. That's somebody, no matter how old you are.
This is what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? Since I was 11 years old, living around the corner, I always wanted to become a Ching. Now I don't have to, I am.
When you talk about the Ching-A-Lings now, you have to balance them against what used to be. I think they are a motorcycle group. I wouldn't call them a gang. I think they're a great place for, if you're a displaced young kid and you got no place to go, maybe you're better off there than you are in the street.
Being an outlaw biker, it's the freest thing in the world. I mean, you do what you want to do. You live amongst the laws that you set up from the get-go. You don't care about no one else but yourself and the people you love.
Like years ago, the Indians took care of their own tribe, and that's basically what we do. We take care of ourselves, we survive, and just keep riding with all the biker brothers out there.
One in there, I know that.
And that survival instinct is instilled in every Ching-A-Ling, young and old.
No matter, what color, race, or what planet he's from, he's still a Ching-A-Ling. He's got to continue the line. And our lifeline is going to continue way over 2,030 million years.
If I had to do this all over again, I would choose the biker lifestyle all over again.
We've learned through experience that you just deal with things as they come. That pertains to the outlaw thing, that pertains to arguments, that pertains to situations that come up, whether it's financial, emotional, whether it's with her discipline. We deal with it as it comes because it changes, it varies.
I like it when I see the young people and they're coming in. They have brand new ideas, they bring new ideas into the club. It's great. The new brothers and everything, the young guys. It's nice. New generation.
And as that new generation comes into its own, so does the younger Ching-A-Ling's vision of the future.
And we are trying to start a Brooklyn chapter, which it's hard because we want to do it right. And it's very hard you can't just say, okay, be like these 4 guys, here's Ching-A-Ling patches. It's not like that. Same way we prospected, those guys got to prospect. By starting a Brooklyn chapter, that makes the mother chapter stronger. By having more guys that are active, by having another club that's open 24 hours a day, which is hard also. Because Ching-A-Lings is not a Friday, Saturday night thing, it's 24 hours a day around the clock.
We're f***ing Ching-A-Lings, man. And we take care of our own, and
our own breed here, you know, because this is our breeding ground, our stomping ground. And nobody's taking it from us. We're just going to keep surviving. And Lord, we have each other, we'll survive. And strength is unity, man. Unity is that strength.
And as you can see from our surrounding, it's not like we're living, you know, with these daggers hanging, you know, and these skull crossbones all over in black paint, you know. We're normal.
Is this the end of an era? Are motorcycle gangs like the Ching-A-Lings a dying breed? Police officials tell us membership is definitely on the decline. Unfortunately, it's due in some part to the increasing popularity of street gangs. I'm Bill Curtis.